when they search my house, they're gonna find some stuff.
This isn't abnormal. Okay, this isn't a normal. So
Not anything different than a normal BDSM type of person, you know?
So is that what they do, BDSM stuff?
I think so.
Tie each other up?
Yeah. I think my mom's usually the one being tied up.
I'm just gonna say this now, since everybody's recording. If you ever find me with multiple stab wounds in my chest, I didn't do it myself.
How would you clean them up? Why the would you do that? You know? Just leave everything there. You know, and leave it how it is.
I'm sorry I didn't. I failed. I'm sorry. I didn't.
On November 29th, 2020, at 5:40 a.m., Farmington Police Department received a 911 call from a woman school teacher named Heather who lived in a small home with her son and husband, Robert. According to Heather, she had found her husband's lifeless body in their own room with stab wounds on his chest. Heather didn't provide more details, but when officers arrived at the scene, they were met with a grieving widow. Heather was already mourning her husband, and while Robert's body didn't give away much right off the bat, his wife had a convincing explanation for the possible reason behind the wounds. The following presentation contains material that some viewers may find disturbing. The case files and recordings shown here were obtained through official Freedom of Information Act requests submitted directly to the police department and may include previously unseen footage. Viewer discretion is advised.
Where is he, ma'am? Keep the door open, another officer coming.
Yeah.
Ma'am, did you see what happened?
No.
2497.
Where's the blood coming from on him? On his chest?
And I fell asleep on the couch and I came in here and he was on the floor. He was...
Okay. Ma'am, can you watch eyes? Can you check his pulse?
He's cold.
He's cold?
Cold.
When did you last see him?
About 3. And I guess he got his razor out. I don't know what he did. I don't know.
Yeah, have any medical conditions, or what was he suffering from?
I don't know. I got up earlier and we were hanging out in his computer room and he wanted to hide and I need him to hide. And then I brought him to bed and he said, it hurts.
His chest?
And I took his shirt off. And I don't know where I took it off. And I tried to clean it.
It's okay. Do you want to have a seat for me?
And then
Do you know what he cut himself with?
he said one of the steak knives, but I couldn't.
Okay, let's not go reaching around. I just don't want you to get cut, ma'am, in case it's sitting around there.
Say again.
I don't want you reaching around just in case you get cut, okay?
Was he?
Not that I know of.
Was he laying here in bed and you moved him over off the ground?
And when I got up,
She said he cut himself earlier tonight. Had been in bed in there, and then she came over to put him off the bed, took his shirt off. No, lacerations I'm seeing are deep enough and have a lot of blood protruding, but... What medication does he take? Is this medication that
Was he said he was cutting because it hurt, or he said it hurt because he cut it?
I don't know. He was on the floor.
Is there a way to get her in the living room? And, how old is he? 49. No, we're gonna take you up to living, okay? Listen to this. Is there anything we can get you in?
We're going to have somebody come and look at him, but we're going to try and move him to a more accessible place right here, right outside the door.
You should have tried moving him when you're 4'11".
What's that?
You should have tried flipping him over when I'm 4'11".
Oh,
He
yeah.
was laying on his, he was on my computer, face down,
Okay.
and I moved him over, and then and he's cold.
Is there any way that I can get you to step out and we're going to end up coming out that way? Or do you want to wait until we move him? It's up to you. You can stay with him. It's just... I see he's wearing these compression socks. Does he have some medical conditions? Blood clots in his legs? Okay. Did he complain at all about any like feeling of pain or anywhere in his body?
I don't know what he did, you guys. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did.
Like I said, we're going to have somebody come and check him out. That way, you know, they can front and back look at him more thoroughly, okay?
I don't know.
At this point, there's no way of us
I don't know.
knowing.
Now, I'll give you a minute to say goodbye to him. We'll have to move you out, okay? So we can conduct our investigation.
Deep enough to have done this, right?
There's
We
no
don't know.
telling at
We
this
don't get
point.
into that. We have to have a specialist come out who can better answer some questions for you that you probably have. I know you're going through a lot. I'm so sorry for your loss, ma'am. But a lot of this we don't know. It's going to take a specialist to come out and take a look at it to probably get you some more answers that you're looking for.
I don't even know how to explain it to his mom.
What was your name?
Heather Hofer. I changed it all the way.
And what's his name, Heather?
Rob Hofer.
That's what we're gonna investigate, okay?
We're going to have somebody come out.
So let's sit back down and we'll start back on the story that you're telling.
I didn't think they were that deep, you guys. I didn't. I would have taken him in. I would have taken him in. I didn't think they were that deep.
Ask her where the knife is.
Do you know where the knife is that you had, or
He said it was a steak knife, but I didn't see it. That's the thing. Is I didn't see it. These are the knives.
He's coming in.
Okay.
We might have to call detectives.
Yeah, I will.
Deep puncture, deep puncture, deep puncture. I didn't see it. They look superficial because there's no blood coming out. But after we moved them, we saw that.
We're just gonna secure the scene and call detectives, and then they're gonna get some information from you, okay, Heather?
What's that? Yeah. Yeah. And that one. Yeah.
You guys can just close the door. Hey, look, the holes we're gonna put out, okay? You guys can get some information from her,
Okay.
and then both of you guys can step out, alright?
Yep.
So that's what we're gonna investigate, okay?
We're gonna have somebody come in.
So let's sit back down and we'll start back on the story that you're telling.
What was that, Heather?
We went in here.
Okay.
And
Did he, do it in here?
yeah, but I didn't see it. Because I wasn't in here. I was making his pie.
So he was in here
Yeah, we were in here. And
when
see,
he
there's-
stabbed himself?
There's pie.
Back here.
She said this is where he stabbed himself, but she didn't see it.
It could be anywhere.
I don't see any blood.
And that's what I feel like it's in the room. There's no blood anywhere but in the room. I feel like I'm gonna get briefed for, we're gonna get briefed for moving the body.
I didn't see
I
it like
didn't
that.
either.
It looked like just a scratch.
Until we went down and grabbed him and started to scoot, and I was like, oh, those are different thoughts. I don't know. Do you know, does he keep his knives in any drawers or anything like that, ma'am?
No.
And do you know if it was in here where he ended up possibly hurting himself, or what had happened exactly, Heather?
Yeah. Well, we were going to bed, and he was like, it hurts. And I put him in bed, and and
And you didn't see any cut marks on him at that time?
I didn't notice any at that time. And then I went a little later, and he's like, it hurts. And there was blood on his. I was like, of course I said dirty words. And what the did you do?
Did this happen whenever you were moving him on your shirt? You have some of this, some blood.
Oh, I'm sure it happened when I moved him. Or when I took it off of him and I cleaned it up.
Yeah, he was wearing a shirt.
Yeah, and now I can't find it. He was wearing a shirt and a jacket.
Okay. So with all that said, and I'm kind of warn you ahead of time, they're going to probably collect your shirt, take pictures of you and your hands, just because
I didn't do anything.
Listen, I know it's just part of their investigation, and I just wanted to warn you ahead of time. Just they're going to get here. I don't want you to be surprised by anything that happens. Okay, their investigation is going to be very thorough, and they're going to ask you questions and just kind of try and get a timeline together. We do need to find the shirt. We do need to find the jacket.
I was looking for that.
If we can touch as minimal things as possible, but still while finding the essential things, that's important, okay? Just take a few breaths, okay? And I mean, if you're sure you took it off in the room, we can have somebody look in there, but we can't really go touching anything or moving around clothes, okay? At this point. But you said you took it off of him before he went back to bed?
Yeah.
Okay, so Heather, like I said, we don't need to dig around. If you know where it's at, we'll just...
Heather, we'll just wait in the kitchen.
I feel like that's probably
That's
it.
his.
Okay, we'll go ahead and look at it, and we'll pull it out when detectives get here. Okay, Heather?
What time was that?
11 midnight.
Was it before and after the pie?
Mm-hmm.
Before? After? So he wanted pie.
Yeah, who doesn't want pie?
Well, I love
Come
pie.
on now.
So you warmed him some pie.
Right.
Okay. And then he ate the pie?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he went to bed about 11 or midnight. That's about as far as you and I got earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what happened after that?
And then he said, that's when he was like, it hurts. I was like, what are you talking about? It hurts. And I saw blood on him. And I took his shirt off, cleaned it up.
And you came to check on him, Heather? Could you hear him in there, or were you in there with him saying it hurts, it hurts?
I was in there.
Had he been asleep prior to saying anything, or was he kind of awake still?
He was awake. And I cleaned it up. I didn't think it was that. I really didn't think it was that bad. You know, because the steak knife, you really can't. I didn't. You know, they're not even like. Because I didn't notice any of them missing or any of that. So I was like. And I woke up at 3. And checked on him. And then I woke up a minute ago and he was on the floor. Because I was asleep on the couch.
So you had been in bed with him when he was saying it hurts, it hurts.
No. I mean, I was kind of, but I wasn't going to bed yet. It wasn't.
Right, were you laying down in bed with him though?
No.
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 And at 3 o'clock, what was it like at the
Like that. I mean, not cold.
But he was in bed?
He was in bed and he was coherent and he was, you know.
Did he say anything to you?
Mm-mm.
So then you went back to sleep
Mm-hmm.
on the sofa again?
On the sofa. Yeah, because he peed. Sorry.
He peed in the bed?
Yes.
Is that normal for him?
No.
No?
I was mad. Sorry, bad words.
Yeah.
Truth comes out. I ain't laying in the piss bed.
So then, right before you called us, you went and checked on him again. And then
He was on the floor.
he was on the floor. Okay.
He was face down. He was on the laptop, the school laptop, face down. And you know, when he goes to sleep, he's cold anyway. And so, but when I rolled him over, there was puke and.
And he was lying on the floor or lying on the bed?
On the floor.
Does he have a history of tendencies? Has he ever hurt himself before?
Not with me, no.
And is he your husband?
We got married in September.
In September?
How long have you guys been together?
Almost a year. We had a little teeny tiny little grandbaby born on Monday. In the back. There's 2 adult children, a toddler, and a newborn.
Our procedure is just to investigate every okay?
Like a crime. I know.
Yep, exactly. So for this,
I didn't do anything, you know.
I know we're not accusing you of that, okay? But it's just as important to eliminate you as a suspect as anything else, okay? And you're saying he had some medical conditions. You said blood clots.
Blood clots, some colitis, ulcerative colitis. He takes 10 meds.
Had he been drinking at all today? Does he drink? Yeah. Does he drink often when he takes medication?
No. Well, he takes his meds all the time. Yep.
How much alcohol do you think he had last night?
We had a little bit of
Beer, hard liquor, wine, beer, hard liquor. What kind and how much can you guess?
gin.
Gin.
I don't even know how much he drank.
Are all of his medications in the room, or does he have any out here? Because they're gonna want to look at those too.
Hi there. My name's Officer Dale with the Farmington Police Department. Just looking to speak with you at all. Do you know what's going on right now?
No, I just woke up.
Just woke up?
Yeah.
Okay. And who are you to them?
She's my boyfriend's mom.
She is your boyfriend's mom. Okay. So Robert's passed away. We don't know. She woke up and found him. He's deceased at this point. we're having some individuals come out that are going to look at them and do a little bit of an investigation. Have you heard anything tonight or seen anything tonight? No.
It's been really quiet. I kind of heard her crying, but I fell asleep.
Okay. And that's all you know at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. All I want to ask is if you guys hang back here for now. Once our detectives, yeah, that's fine. And then once detectives get here, we'll come ask you, talk with you guys further. So that's what's going on at this point. This is just normal routine. Anytime we go to an investigation, we have to thoroughly investigate it, whether it's natural causes or anything else like that. Okay.
Okay.
So she is boyfriend's mom.
Yeah, that's his mom.
Okay.
And my grandkids, the grandkids are here.
Okay. Is it the newborn they were talking about? Congratulations. Seems like a pretty good baby so far.
Oh yeah, she's really good.
Oh, mama, mama, mama. Oh, mama. Mama, you're okay? I know. I love you, mama. I love you, mama. Mama, breathe, okay? I need you to breathe. I know it sucks, but come on. Come on, mama. Take some big breaths with me, okay? Big breaths. Sorry, mama. So I'm gonna make you some coffee or anything. I love you. Do you need anything, mama? I'm gonna smoke a cigarette so I can calm down.
Outside, son. Put shoes or socks on, please.
So Tyler, just let me explain some things to you. So the procedure that you might not be familiar with. So detectives are coming out. They handle all deaths, no matter what. So they'll do an investigation. They probably ask you some questions. Is that your girlfriend in the back or wife? Or probably ask her some questions and ask your mom some questions, and they'll photograph everything and all that stuff. Okay. But you guys were just in the back room all night.
Yeah, I've been asleep since like 8 o'clock. I took medication to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But what we did yesterday is we had a big trailer. Okay, we went to the dump.
Yeah.
And then actually had really bad lungs.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a lot of insulation.
Yeah.
And kept telling him, like, wear a mask, bro, wear a mask, please, dude.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, like.
And that might have effect on this. We don't know. So.
That's the only, like, I know he has bad lungs. He had ulcerative colitis and autism.
Mm-hmm. And some other medical things that were going on.
I don't know. Those are the only the top three that I knew of.
Yeah.
That were like.
And it seems like.
Watch out for all the time.
Yeah. So they're just gonna ask you some questions on if you heard anything, and if you're sleeping, that's fine too. You know, they just have to cover all their bases.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, he'll go down to Albuquerque for an autopsy, and then at the autopsy, they'll know exactly what happened.
Poor mom, bro.
Yeah.
She just got married back
Mm-hmm.
in September. Sorry, I had to come out.
No, man, that's cool. So I think your mom really needs you. So she seems really happy that you're there with her when you came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably just stay with her and then, make her some coffee and we'll just wait for detectives, okay?
Preliminary,
so we got...
He knows that I'm attended, but he's got 3 stab wounds?
Yes. So she says last night he wanted some pie. They kind of argued about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was late, I guess. So, but she warmed him some pie, he ate some pie. And then it gets kind of shady where she says that he stabbed himself, but they looked superficial at her, so she let it be. She slept on the sofa. He went to the bedroom. She said she woke up at 3 to check on him, and he was fine. He was still awake and breathing and fine, but she said he pissed in the bed, so she still didn't want to sleep in the bed, so she slept in the sofa. She said she woke up finally, like, right before she called us, and then found him laying on the floor, cold and stiff. Calls 911. They're not, so they're like legit stab wounds, like on his, there's like 1, 2, and 3. She says he stabbed himself with a kitchen knife. We can't find a kitchen knife. She said after he stabbed himself, she took his shirt off, and he had like a sweatshirt and a t-shirt. She took them off, kind of like nursed his wounds, cleaned them up. Can't find his shirt. She's being really cooperative. She was like trying to find his shirt and stuff. We're like, don't worry about it. We'll look for that stuff later.
Yeah.
Supposedly then we're talking to her, then we find out they have 2 kids in the back of the house sleeping. They're older, probably in their late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
But they were saying they were sleeping the whole time. I guess recently the kid had a skateboarding accident. So he's on some special sleeping pills and stuff. But they both said they have a newborn baby in there too, and they said we've been sleeping this whole time. You don't know what's going on. So when we told them, they started freaking out.
These 2 connected? Are they the same house?
Yes, they are. So the room is this room here. This is just like a living room, and then kitchen and then bedroom.
Okay.
That's it. She just kept saying like, I should have taken him to the hospital. Do you think those wounds are bad? Should I have taken him to the hospital? Like, she feels a lot of regret and remorse, but at the same time, it's just weird.
Yeah.
But he also has a lot of medical conditions.
Okay.
Takes a lot of medication. He's 49, but he looks a lot older. So I don't know.
I'm wondering, Gibbons is on his way, and Adagai should be here soon. I'm just wondering if, given the totality, we wind up doing a search warrant on it. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So we have everybody in the kitchen right now.
Okay.
They're being very cooperative and cool with us.
Okay.
It was like heck trying to get her out of the room. She was really just crying and was in kind of shock mode.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't know, because I just don't know.
Yeah.
It's suspicious, but it's,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So this is the decedent's mom, sister, and dad. They just rolled up. Are you done talking to her? You're going to talk to her some more? The suspect or the wife?
I think she needs to go 81.
Yeah.
Statement.
I've talked to her just inside, but I haven't, like, it was, like, purely, like, not Miranda, just tell me what happened. And what I don't like about it, and it's probably the same with what you were running into, is that, like, it's just really vague. Like, when she says, when we went to go to bed, he started complaining that it hurt. And I said, well, what, did you ask him what was hurting? She goes, no.
Like, there's holes in her story.
Yeah, and she goes, so he went to bed, but I went out and I slept on the couch.
Yeah.
I was on Facebook and stuff. And then I went to go check on him. Well, why would you need to go check on him? When I went back in there around whatever it was, 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever.
She said
well, first she said 1 o'clock because that's when I saw the blood.
Oh, she didn't tell us 1 o'clock.
She said they went to bed around between 11 and 12.
She said that.
That's when he said it hurt. She said sometime between 12 and 2 a.m. That's when she went in and she saw the blood. There was blood. She said she thought it was superficial. She asked him what happened. Said he cut himself, but didn't say what. So then then she doesn't go to bed. She still doesn't go to bed. She doesn't do anything. She goes back out on the couch, and she's sleeping on the couch, which is weird. She doesn't do anything, and then she goes back on the curtain.
Well, didn't she make this kind of let it go?
What?
Like she said she was sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
That was at 3. She goes back in at 3 and noticed that he went to bed, and that's when, and he was asleep. He didn't wake up at that time. She took his shirt off and cleaned up his wounds, and then went back and slept on the couch.
Have you been in multiple rooms?
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
It's just weird. She just.
Hey, sorry, I missed your call.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then I asked her,
I'm losing my mind over here.
She's like, not at all, that I know of.
What raised the first red flag for the officers was the fact that Heather had tried to clean him up. But that wasn't the only thing. Heather's narration of the events kept changing. At different points, she claimed she first noticed blood between midnight and 2 a.m., then later said she checked on Robert around 3 a.m. and saw he had wet the bed. In another version, she said she had already cleaned his wounds before that. These shifting timelines made it difficult for investigators to establish when Robert was actually stabbed. The inconsistencies forced officers to speak with Heather separately.
I would just put involved party. They can change it later.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going back and forth between suspect or not. And I think they are too. That's the conflict they're getting.
Well, it's definitely abnormal.
Yeah.
I just feel like detective always comes out and talks to patrol like, you have a scene, it looks suspicious, like don't touch the body, don't move the body.
Well, I mean,
and it was as soon as we just grabbed him, picked him up and brought him towards my face and started to scoot him, I was like, those things are deep. And then I was like, oh, lay him down, don't touch anything, Vincent.
well, so I wanted to get her out of the room, but she's like, didn't want to leave.
She wouldn't leave.
And then she kept wanting to go back in there.
These things are suspicious.
So I just think they're just... I'm going to go use the restroom.
But I'd like to be able to talk to you a little bit about everything. Is there, I mean, we can go in this other room just a little bit so we have a little bit of privacy. How's the littlest one here?
6 days old.
Oh my goodness, just tiny. So I'm Detective Stanton. I've worked with Farmington for a while. And again, I've had a couple preliminary, some of the preliminary information that was given to me, but I'd like to hear a little bit more from you. And I didn't even catch your name. What was your name, ma'am? So this was your husband? You guys were married. How long were you guys married? So pretty newlyweds. You're newlyweds, huh?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Robert.
And you mentioned he had a few health issues. Can you say again what it was? He had some blood clots.
Yeah, that's why he was wearing the compression sock. He no longer had to take medicine for it.
Okay.
But he did have to take medicine for high blood pressure, ulcerative colitis.
So he wasn't on any more blood clot medication, but he was on medication for the others, do you think? Or
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
They're on the table.
Okay.
He would put him in a week-long thing. He took some in the morning and some stuff in the evening.
Okay. And how did you guys meet?
We both worked in the library.
Oh, you did? Okay. I heard that you work in education now, or?
Yeah. Oh, I've been a teacher. I just, teachers don't make money. So,
Okay.
I have an extra job.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Tell me about what happened last night, or?
We were hanging out in his room because it's his office, and he'll play video games on the computer games, and we'll watch YouTube videos and stuff. He wanted some pie, and I got up and wanted him pie, and then later I take him to bed. I wasn't ready to go to bed, and he was like, it hurts. I put him in bed and whatever. It hurts. And he goes, what hurts? And a little later, we went in there with blood. And I was like, of course I said dirty little Jim. What the F did you do?
Uh-huh.
And that's when I noticed it, but I didn't think they were he.
Uh-huh.
You know? And he said he used a steak knife. And I'm like, what? And I didn't see any steak knives missing or whatever. And I don't know when, I don't know when he did this. Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And I took his shirt off and cleaned him up. I got up at 3 and checked on him. Because I was out, I ended up falling asleep down here because I was on my phone. And then, and after he peed, and I was like, and then, and he's never done that before. He's never done this before.
Uh-huh. Just take your time, it's okay.
And then I got up at night. He was on the floor. And he was laying on top of my school laptop. And I rolled him over and he had puke in his mouth.
When you said you guys earlier when you were hanging out in the room, this was a different room. This wasn't a bedroom. This is like an office or okay. And then he said he wanted some pie. You went and wanted some pie, and you came back. Had you noticed anything at that point?
No.
You didn't notice anything after that?
No.
And where was he when was he still in the office at that point when you brought him back? Okay, and then did you stay with him at that point, or? Yeah. Yeah. Where was he? Just ate in the office?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do that.
Okay.
That trailer outside, that's attached, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't sure, but I made a guess.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And then after that, how much later was it when you guys went to bed? About what time did he go to bed?
Probably about 11 o'clock midnight. You know?
Give or take.
Yeah.
And that's when he mentioned that you said it hurt? He started saying something about it?
Yeah.
He just said it hurts?
It hurts. It hurts.
Okay. And did you ask him what he meant by that?
Oh. Here we go.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, you know.
So, and then about how long do you think you were out here before you checked on him again?
I went in at 3
Okay.
and checked on him.
And is that when you saw the blood?
No, no, I saw the blood earlier.
Okay. When had you seen the blood?
Probably about midnight, 1, something like that, 2 maybe. And I went and checked on him at 3 and cleaned him up.
So from about midnight to 2, somewhere in that time period, you went and checked on him, but that's when you noticed the blood.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say anything at that point about what was wrong with him? Did he say?
That's when he told me that he had cut himself.
Okay. Did he say why he did that?
He didn't say. And I'm trying to think about what happened, what took place that caused it, I don't know.
Okay. So then, you just kind of left him there at that point, though. Did you come back out here?
Mm-hmm.
And then at 3 o'clock, you went back in. Was he still awake at 3, or what was his condition at 3 o'clock?
He was in bed. He was in bed.
Okay. And you said you cleaned him up some. What do you mean by that? What did you do?
Well, because cleaned up a little of the blood. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was bad.
Okay. You said you might have removed his shirt or something. What was he wearing?
He was wearing a t-shirt and like a thin jacket that we often wear jackets around the house because that's just what we do.
Like a sweatshirt or something, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it on the bed, I think, with the officers.
What's that? I'm sorry,
I
ma'am.
put it on the bed, I think, with the officers because I couldn't find it earlier and then I found it.
Okay. And you said, when did you notice that he might have wet the bed? At 3. Okay.
Which is why I didn't crawl back in bed with him.
Okay. And, okay. And then did you come back out here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I wasn't going to lay in.
Yeah, and you slept out here?
Yeah.
Okay. And where on the, I haven't been in there, so I haven't looked, but, so describe that to me. Where was he laying? And
Like, here's the bed.
Uh-huh.
He was laying face down on the floor.
Uh-huh.
His face was on my school laptop.
okay.
And, of course, I rolled him over.
Uh-huh.
And, he puked and stuff. And
Okay. So he was on his stomach. Okay, and you rolled him onto his back. Okay. And then you called police right away. So, ma'am, did he have any history of depression or any history, ideations, anything like that?
not with me.
Okay.
Not with me.
Okay.
So, we've been together about a year.
Okay.
And not with me. His mom may have a little bit more information on that than I do.
So since you've known him, there's never been any history of that?
No. He's always saying that this is the happiest he's ever been.
And there was no argument or any fighting or anything last night? No. Nothing like that?
So
on the left, let's see.
There, and there. I checked all those knives and they're clean. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got to here.
Well, she said that when she came in.
So, me and the dad up. He was lying right here. Door was cracked about this much for us to walk in over him. And then the wounds looked super superficial. Like, there were scratches.
Okay.
And so when we went to go roll him over, put the blanket on him to move him, just so we could open the door.
Okay.
Is when I looked down, I was like, oh, those are a lot deeper than just scratches. And that's when I dropped the body.
Okay.
So he was initially up here, lying how he is just now.
Okay.
But like I said, where he was lying, we could open the door about this much to sweep him.
And you put the blanket under him?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just moved it because he was so heavy, just to slide him down.
Okay.
So, did you move the sweatshirt at all?
Nope.
No. She grabbed that. That's the shirt she said he had been wearing.
Okay.
And then she said she doesn't have a clue where the knife went that he would have done this.
Okay. I haven't found one yet.
He looked everywhere, so I don't know.
There's a sword behind the door. That tent's full of knives, and all those are clean.
And it's full, yeah, but clean doesn't necessarily
Well,
mean clean.
I got pictures of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, I know we're probably going to collect them.
Okay. There's the big sword behind here.
I'll get out. Okay.
Investigators initially treated the as a potential self-harm or accident because Heather claimed Robert had emotional challenges. According to Heather and Robert's family, he was autistic and sometimes struggled with emotions. However, the physical evidence led detectives to doubt the self-harm explanation. The position of the body and scene reconstruction also conflicted with the self-harm explanation. Heather initially told officers she found Robert lying face down on the bedroom floor next to the bed and that she rolled him onto his back after discovering him. However, the blood evidence did not support this account. In addition, Robert's pajama pants showed no heavy blood saturation that would be expected if he had been standing or walking around after inflicting the wounds. These inconsistencies suggested the scene may have been altered before officers arrived.
This bathroom, I guess?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's...
Oh.
So let's make a third of her that we're searching. Okay, and we're searching for evidence related to this. So she has rights that need to be understood. Because what I don't want to have happen is to have this turn into yeah. I mean, everything is good for right at this point.
Right.
So I want to make sure that we have valid business. So make sure she understands that
So, ma'am, I don't know if I just wanted to explain to you kind of everything that's going on with what we're doing. Okay, so we're obviously here for an investigation. Okay, and we need to find certain items related to his.
Right.
He obviously has some wounds to his chest that you explained were probably from a knife.
Right.
So we need you to understand that we would like to search your residence for the items related to his, specifically what caused the wounds to his chest.
Okay.
And anything else related. Would you give us consent to search your residence? It would mean your whole residence. We would actually it would be a very detailed search of your residence to find those things. Are you okay to give?
So,
our purpose
fine.
because of what
That's-
because
yeah.
of the circumstances these are
Right.
this isn't abnormal. Okay, this isn't
Right.
a normal. So we want to
this is not
make
normal.
sure.
No.
Well, no, right.
No.
This is not right. So this is what we're trying to say is that you have rights. Okay.
Right.
As law enforcement, we have to make sure that
I
you
know you guys have
understand
to
what
do what you have to do.
what your rights are.
Yeah.
So what we're asking for is consent to search. We're gonna limit to what we're looking for. You have the right to withdraw that consent at any point during our search. Okay.
Okay.
Because we don't know what happened, we have to take certain steps. Okay. And the alternative, we could remove everybody from the home and apply for a search warrant.
Guys, you guys are.
Okay.
But I have to throw a little disclaimer out.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
My big kids are potheads.
Okay.
That's okay. Yeah, we're not interested in any of that. We're specifically here.
It is because of his head.
Yep, I understand.
The other
I understand
thing
that.
too is that they have rights that are separate from yours as well.
Yep.
They can tell us that they can't. They can withdraw consent to search any area. You don't have consent. If they live in a room, we can't go and search that room without their consent.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to, you know, that
No,
was the
that's-
whole look
yeah.
on my face.
Yeah.
You know, I know you guys have to find everything and search everything, but
We're not concerned with that. We just want to make sure that we can find the clothing he was wearing, the knife, anything else that might be related to his.
the clothes we found, remember the
Yes.
shirt and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, we've got that. We've got that in here.
There's knives everywhere. Like they had, this would be overcommitting, but
Is it sharp?
yeah. But I mean, it's all greasy. So I got pictures of it. But the handle didn't have any blood or anything on it or anything like that.
Okay. It's like Chewbacca himself.
Yeah.
I got a couple of questions for you and then a couple of statements. Okay. So first of all, the question is, would you be willing to come down to the police department to talk to one of our detectives to answer some questions there? We want to. So we're going to
fill in some holes.
Yeah, and the other thing we're going to do is we've made a decision. We've talked to the district attorney's office, and we're going to actually just apply for a search warrant just so our bases are covered. Okay. We need to just cover our bases legally and stuff like that. So what we need to do is we're going to remove everybody from the home, secure it, apply for a search warrant so we can come back in and do the search that we need to. Okay. And then we want to talk to you, ask some questions. You get a detailed statement, and then go back and then ask more questions and stuff like that, just so that we can fill in some holes and some gaps and stuff like that, and go from there. Okay? Do you have any questions for me? Do you understand what I'm asking? You might have an officer drive you up to the police department and talk to a detective there.
I didn't do anything though, you guys.
I understand that.
And we're not saying that you aren't, but
I'm saying we have
a lot more questions. Based on what we're seeing here,
of course,
we need to do a more thorough search of what.
So, and that's also to protect you too. Okay, if we do a haphazard job, if we don't do a thorough job, then trust me, hindsight's always 20/20. Okay, so we have to check a bunch of boxes as we go through this to make sure that nobody can come back later and say, well, did you ask her this? Did you find out this? Did we do this? Did we do this? Because based on these, you've already said these circumstances aren't normal, right?
Right.
Okay, so everybody has to be above reproach, so we have to do things in a specific way to make sure that we are legally covered. Okay? Does that make sense? And that protects you too, okay? You did nothing wrong, you got nothing to be scared of. But we have to do this in a methodical way, okay?
We'd like to be able to interview everybody as well that was here last night. So it's not just you, it's everyone. And so that's what we'd like to facilitate now. We'd like to be able to apply for a search warrant. And while we're doing that, we can talk to you guys up at the police department if you're willing to do that. Are you guys willing to do that for us? Yes? Okay. Yes, ma'am? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you want us to give you, we can arrange to get you right up there? How do you want to do that?
I can try.
There's a tin full of knives over there, knives over there. There's a sword behind here, but no. So when I was checking the kitchen, take pictures over on thing, I went through the knife block, and then the far right lower steak knife had like the greasy and then a little bit of blood on the end of it. And she had suggested that he might use a steak knife, but just to have it way over there and then him way over here.
Yeah, with Stan saying, because he never left, right?
Oh.
Never.
Yeah, that's what we need to pin down as like just the detail as possible.
Yeah.
What she's saying there.
Okay.
Because it's.
I mean, they don't look. You never know.
Well, it's hard to tell on that, right? And it's the bleeding can be internal, can mix some.
Right.
It's all in vital-ish areas.
What's this pattern? Did medics do something?
I didn't even know if medics were here.
Yeah, I don't think medics ever came in.
Look at that pattern right there.
That one, and then
right there.
yeah. So I don't know. It's going to be really up to them to identify how he was laid. It's weird. It's very, very weird.
And just what, where is that
Anywhere?
on the ground? He was on the ground.
Yeah. Like, he was clearly on here. Bathroom's clean.
That's where his heart stops pumping, right? And there's no blood on the ground.
At all.
Right?
Yeah. I checked.
No.
While processing the scene, officers noticed that Heather appeared more concerned about what investigators might discover in the house than about the circumstances surrounding her husband's death. At one point, she warned officers about possible drug paraphernalia in her son's room, something she seemed anxious they might come across during the search. That, however, was not the only concern that caught investigators' attention. During a later interview, Heather's son revealed that his mother had also been worried about officers finding explicit material in her personal belongings, including BDSM-related items, content stored on her phone or in her room. To detectives, these concerns stood out because they appeared unrelated to the immediate situation, raising questions about why those issues were at the forefront of her mind while officers were investigating her husband's death. Still, the area needed to be cleared for investigators to properly look into the scene.
Hey guys, can I come in? Okay. So since we're applying for a search warrant, guys, I just have to keep an eye on you guys.
Okay.
And make sure you're not removing anything that we wouldn't need. If you don't mind, just showing me what you have in the bag already.
Wipes.
Can you just remove those items for me real quick?
Literally, I just put the
That's
wipes
it. Can I look in there real quick? And I'm not concerned about or anything like that. We're really not.
Okay.
So just leave all that stuff, okay? I promise you I'm not gonna be, we're not here for that.
Alright.
Not here for that at all, okay? So just take the essentials that you guys need, and that's it.
Yo, I'm having anxiety.
We'll try to make this quick and painless as possible, okay, guys? But we have to do our job. We have to do it thorough. We can't just do it haphazardly. So
I understand. I'm grabbing my cigarettes.
that's fine.
Some medication.
You can take any medication you want with you.
I have to take it now.
Okay.
This is my mood stabilizer. I had a really bad accident in March.
Okay.
So I have to take it. I have a piece of my brain out of my head. Come on, Bubs.
At this point, Heather had become a person of interest in the investigation along with her son. But detectives still needed to understand what might have led to Robert's. To begin filling in the gaps, officers turned to the people most likely to have noticed anything unusual that night. Their next step was to speak with the neighbors.
So we're just investigating something, not at the Blue House, but one over there.
Yeah,
did you hear anything last night or earlier this morning or anything like that?
I got up at 1 this morning.
Uh-huh.
And I got home. I didn't hear nothing.
Didn't hear anything.
Usually, we live. I mean, our room was way in the back. You could hear something going on back there. I didn't hear nothing.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. Did you hear anything last night?
About what time?
I don't know. Sometime anytime after midnight, between midnight maybe and 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. You were out. Okay. All right. I can't say much about what's going on, but we'll probably be here for a while.
Okay.
So.
Does it look like a homicide? Or is it...
Well, we can't say. So.
Oh, okay.
Have there been any problems over there at all between anybody?
I don't think so. It's a guy.
They seemed like they were happy.
Okay.
I seen them walking every day. Go do their walk. And
Yeah.
then I noticed that he was doing a lot of work outside around
Uh-huh.
the back. He was doing a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Well, I don't think they were.
No problem.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. It might be something different out here, and then might be a different story inside the stores.
Yeah. Okay.
But it seemed like they were pretty happy.
Okay. Cool. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Officers came back empty-handed because, as it turns out, Robert and Heather did appear to be in a happy marriage. They were technically a newlywed couple, having been married just in September of 2020, only a few months before his death in November of the same year. Robert had previously been married to a wife he'd occasionally been in touch with. After their marriage, Robert had moved into Heather's home with her son. At the time of the incident, Heather was the sole breadwinner of the house, as Robert had lost his job in March 2020 due to. According to Heather's son and Heather herself, the couple was happy and there were barely any fights. But as officers continue to dig into the case, haunting details start to surface that suggest that all was not well in that home.
She said he was face down. They were pretty drunk. They had been drinking. I don't know. He's face down. I'm wondering if he got stabbed in the bed, expired in the bed. Yeah. Well, she said she said wiped him with a washcloth. I don't know if she.
So she cleaned him up. That's the other thing that's kind of.
Cleaned him up. Yeah. Tried to attend to his wounds. Took his shirt off. Used a washcloth to kind of.
She didn't really attend to him. She just
wiped
him down.
Yeah, just wiped him
and then
down.
went
And it
back
was
to
like,
bed
oh, they
after.
didn't look that bad. They just look superficial.
They look like scratches.
Well, apparently.
Wow.
Apparently they're. Well, honestly, I'm not a pathologist, so I don't know what killed him yet. But I'm assuming one of the 4 stab wounds to his upper chest is
Probably.
something to do with it.
Possibly.
Watch, it'll be a blood clot or something.
Maybe.
Do we see any urine in the bed? Does it look like the...
It's got one spot, which has since gone away.
But it was down here, wasn't it?
It was right here.
It was completely soaked. Well, I thought it was all soaked up here too, though. And it
So
was like
wet from like the blood and stuff, but the isolated pool is right here.
Not sure. But this looks like blood mixed with something else.
Right there. That one.
Up there.
Yeah, this spot down here was the one that was supposed to be urine. Yeah. Which, oh, you know what we can do? Pull the sheet, check the mattress.
There's another
mattress protector
underneath. So it's like 2 sets of sheets. I'm just gonna say this now, since everybody's recording. If you ever find me with multiple stab wounds in my chest, I didn't do it myself. What? That's what I said. What? And whoever's trying to sell you on that is probably the suspect.
If she fell asleep right there, how's she not gonna see him walk over to the kitchen?
Fell asleep over here.
That still don't care.
Yeah, this couch right here.
Yeah.
Sam sit on this big L over here.
Hmm.
Only place there's blood is in that bedroom. Yeah, that could help.
Alright. Wait.
I have 5 items so far on mine.
You should. I have an extra 4.
so I have multicolored comforter.
9. 10.
Allegedly.
Yes, that's what she said.
What am I missing?
Inconsistencies began surfacing as soon as the investigators set foot in Heather's home. For starters, why were all knife blocks full if Robert had used one of the steak knives to stab himself? Investigators later found a steak knife in the block with biological material consistent with blood and tissue. That raised an obvious question. If Robert had used the knife on himself, how did it end up placed neatly back in the block rather than near the body? Nothing was adding up, and officers kept finding new clues that ruled out self-harm.
They're in, and Stan went into the bathroom, and we're still under our consent.
Like there's not a lot of blood on your washcloth either.
There is blood, but not a lot. I have a sneaking suspicion that I know where all the blood is.
In him.
In
Yeah.
him. And that's why he is no longer with us.
Dirty. Look like blood?
Well, and we have like these fancy test things that
we need to. Greasy and dirty.
Yeah, it's greasy. It's for sure.
Compared to the other ones.
Do you want to take the whole block?
Well,
you can.
Is this item number 1 coming with me?
Yep.
Okay. It is 1512.
That's the only one that's dirty. So comparison. We were to assume.
Shirt. No. I don't like to know all the
Shirts are right here.
secret lines. Keep your business to yourself.
So you just sit down, Dave, or you emotionally scarred?
Oh no, not from that. He's like, I don't know what these things are for.
You okay?
Yeah.
I can hold it from the side from a bigger angle if it needs to be spread out more.
Oh, you fry them after? Okay. My girlfriend uses the corn tortillas and she'll either do like soft shell frying or she'll fry them like she'll sit there with forks and shape them or she'll do tostadas shells.
Nope. You fry. You pack the tortilla, fold it. She's big.
He's pretty big, and she's pretty small. Even her turning him is going to be a chore. You know?
Yeah.
Right? Wouldn't you agree? Like, he's pretty big, she's pretty small.
She made many statements that
Like,
he's big to you compared to me.
Yeah,
but I mean,
she also said I had to carry his to bed.
I've seen even turning him is going to be a chore.
Yeah, and the 4 times that she went back to carrying him over there, she downplayed it every time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't carry him. You know.
Yeah.
Well, so the part that doesn't make sense to me is that if you were going to tell somebody that he committed, you say, yes, he was distraught,
She was out here, we don't think.
and further work through it. And then, guessing that's the oldest, right? Tyler's the middle, you said? How old is
Yes.
he? What's his date of birth?
92.
92. 92. So that makes him 28. And then he's probably middle school in 2010 there, I'm guessing. So 2014. 2016. He's probably 22, 24.
If he graduated in 2010?
Well, that's not it. That's not a. That's a.
Oh.
That's like an 8th grade picture, maybe.
Well, the other thing too is like nobody has any cuts from the knife.
Right, but if he's laying in bed, just.
Yeah, but if she's holding the hands with her oily hands, boom, she's gotta like at least cut herself just a little bit.
Not necessarily.
But she's driving a lot. She's not driving with her whiskers. She's driving around the
So he blocked on the cutting.
Well, you know what I envision? 2 hands.
Do you feel anything on his nose? Any bumps or?
This is the way I envision it.
2 hands is already.
So he goes like this, he goes like this, he's like, oh. Just sticks the tip there and then goes.
That could be, yeah.
I'm just saying.
I haven't got that through yet.
Injuries on his back?
No injuries on his back.
She cleaned his cutter.
No
His
injuries
arms
on
are
his
clear.
No injuries on his hands?
Nope.
Super freaking weird.
No injuries on his hands, no cutting marks on his arms, legs.
That's so weird. I see a blood on his shirt.
And not like in like a normal place. Right side, lower.
Like right here? Like she's leaning over. Well,
she
said
claimed-
could lean over and get in the bed.
She climbed over him to get in the bed and found he peed it. It was like, ew. And then she cleaned him up because he said, steak knife.
He said stabby chest.
She's like, what did you do?
All she told me is he said it hurts, it hurts.
She's saying he peed in the bed.
Yeah. I think he said tinkled. She said tinkled.
Tinkled in the bed.
Tiddled. Tinkled or tiddled? Tiddled. Nice expression.
We followed the same as she. Nothing. That went through, she went through.
Some mouth.
No, I don't either.
Well, but the thing is, if it's dark in here and she's climbing into bed and just feels something wet.
You can.
Was that okay, Dave?
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see the outline of it, but it's just the layout of the bed on top there.
You never know.
So that was her.
Hanging way down there.
My thing is too is why are you gonna choose a steak knife when you have so many options for knives right in your room? I mean, this right here would be just as good as any steak knife.
Yeah. This guy right here.
It's like a samurai sword. Oh, that's like a Spartan sword.
Pretty damn sharp too. Pointy. I'm back here, yeah.
Come on in.
Oh, look at all that blood on the floor. Wait, no.
Maybe something. So
These guys said his head was up high. I've already moved these shoes, but when they came in, his head was right around in here.
Not quite that far. He was about right around here, about where his head was.
Okay.
Anything on the floor?
What's that? Maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I'll get it.
But even still, that's not
something to cut it
much.
out.
Yeah.
Doesn't have anything up against the bed here.
Didn't see anything.
Nothing there.
Gun is in here, which is right up on top of there.
That's what she said. So this is my thing too, is right. If you're gonna commit,
Why not use that?
Yeah.
wouldn't you use a firearm instead of a?
Faster. Or firearm or pills.
Mm-hmm.
And he had options for both.
There's tons of knives in here.
I don't get a real medieval feel from him.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. There's a sword
too.
back here.
Yeah, but like.
It's pretty pointy. They took that thing out. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah.
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 Do you want me to cut off carpet?
Well, where is it at? Like, show me again.
Just a little spot. I don't even know.
If there's so
swab
many
it.
stains on here, I can swab it.
Pictures and swab.
Okay.
At least.
Let me grab that.
I don't know how you get face down here.
With no blood.
Right, because to move, you have to be what?
Alive.
Alive,
And
right?
bleed.
And if you're alive and you're now face down, what are you going to do?
Die.
Bleed.
And bleed.
Right? So I don't know how you get from the bed alive
With that.
here face down
And we.
with no blood anywhere.
An active blood here.
Yeah.
So if there's blood there,
He's bleeding.
there's blood here.
Yeah. And it's not a ton of blood. Is there blood on the back side of that shirt or is it all on the front?
On the front.
So how do you, so the shirts come off. Is he still bleeding down the sides, maybe?
She says she is.
There's a little bit here.
Yeah.
But it's
She's,
more like.
she says he is. She says when I check on him, when I clean him up.
I wonder if he's starting to sweat at this point, if that's why it's,
For intelligent
you
people.
know how like normally when blood
Like
cools, it's got,
Nothing on the
like,
floor, no.
I expected the dark,
One down.
like blood that's soaking in to be more like this. See how like saturated this is? How
Well,
like
that might be water because
feels
she's
like
cleaning
it's-
him up on the bed.
That's
right?
it.
But how wet is that washcloth?
There's nothing else. It was damp, not wet, really.
And there's not a lot of blood on it.
The blood was all along the edges of it. So she rinsed it out.
Probably rinsed it.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just
Because
weird.
We's got that light. And what are we thinking about electronics? I don't know. Like, did she do a search on how to kill my husband, or how do I, cover up a crime scene, or I
Well,
don't
there's
know.
computer.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
This phone has a password. I'm assuming his computer has a password. I really don't want to try to turn it on.
At this point, detectives were positive that this was no self-inflicted. There had to be a third party involved to justify the knives being in the kitchen. To make sense of inconsistencies found in Heather's accounts, officers spoke with family members.
Hello, Officer Stanton. This is Heather Hofer.
Oh, hi. I was just calling you, trying to get a hold of you, just to let you know that we're done at the house and you guys are able to go back home if you need to.
Okay. Well, we're not gonna stay there this evening, but I'm glad we can go back because the kids need done medicine.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
So, Officer Stanton,
Yes, ma'am.
are you still there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Well, I'm on my son's phone. Well, obviously, I'm on my son's phone, and it's not a very good phone. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Well, I can't, like I said, I can't give you any advice at this point, ma'am.
Could you please repeat that?
I said I can't give you any advice at this point, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Do I just wait? Do I just wait?
As far as what do you mean? Wait for what?
To hear from you guys? Do I?
Yes, I mean you'll hear from us. OMI will probably get a hold of you eventually too, concerning making arrangements for the body. But that's about it from here out, ma'am.
Okay. So tomorrow I need to look into an attorney.
That's up to you. That's like I said. That's completely up to you. I can't make any
I know.
recommend.
I know you can't.
recommendations.
I just, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
Okay, I know you can't help me. Okay. And I can get my phone when, maybe?
That might take some time. We have to apply for a search warrant and everything on that. And then if it's granted, it doesn't take but a few minutes for us to do what we need to do with the phone. And if it's not granted, then we'll give it back to you right away.
Okay. All right.
You guys have been together for 4 years. Heather and Robert are married.
Yeah.
How long have they been together?
I think they got together just after Christmas last year.
Okay. So they, have they known each other for a long time? Or that's when they met?
No, that's when they got together because they worked at the library together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how long they knew.
Okay, so they met each other at the library. They both worked there?
Mhm.
And that was a year ago?
Yeah.
They started, okay, and then they just got married a little while ago?
Yeah, in September.
Okay, in September. Have you guys been living there the whole time?
No, we just moved at I think September 21st.
Okay, so just after they got married?
Yeah, just after.
After Robert and Heather got married. So, during that time that you guys have all lived in the same house, what has it been like? What's been the atmosphere?
It's pretty good. They're just all. It's kind of like a honeymoon thing. Like they're all over each other, but they've also been like that since they've gotten together. And it hasn't really changed much.
Okay.
They like to hang out a lot, and he has his own computer room, and they hang out in there.
Okay.
Often, and they just kind of do their own thing.
Okay. You mentioned kind of honeymoonish, so that usually doesn't entail any arguing. Have you noticed any arguing or anything like that?
Not really.
Okay.
Occasional. Why he put that there, or these simple little things like that. But I've never really seen them actually argue and get mad at each other.
Okay. That kind of seems typical. I mean, if they've only known each other for a year,
yeah.
Usually the married couple arguing usually doesn't last, doesn't start that early.
Yeah.
So that seems to make sense that they're not arguing or anything. And I guess to kind of go off of that, how would they treat each other?
Really good. Like they would be together all the time, and they always had a really good time with whatever they were doing.
Okay. All right.
What happened last night? I don't know. I took my pills and went to sleep. They were fine. They were kicking it. He was playing Fallout. He was holding my daughter. I went to sleep around 8:30. Woke up 9. Because I usually give my son a bath at 7. And then after his bath, I take my pills, take a shower with my girlfriend, and then we kick it for about an hour, me and my girlfriend, and then Robert and my mom would watch the kids, so me and her can have like an hour alone, and then I went to bed. He was feeling good yesterday. He was holding my daughter, showing her Fallout and stuff like that, because he plays on his PC a lot. And then, that's the last thing I remember, because I remember going in and asking him if we had, because he likes to keep me busy, so I don't power smoke cigarettes, and I don't get anxiety and freak out and stuff, so it's I thought we were going to build a back porch, because the back porch broke 2 weeks ago, and I thought we were going to Lowe's today to get all the stuff for it, and then I went inside his room, his office, which is in because my room's at the very end of the trailer, and then there's the bathroom, and then there's his room. So then, his office, where he plays his computer and stuff. So I went into the office and I was like, hey man, are we doing anything tomorrow? Because my daughter's auntie and uncle, haven't seen her yet. So they were going to come over and hang out with them and stuff. So it's and that was the last time I talked to him.
Around what time?
8:30. 8:30, yeah. Because he was offering me a shot, and I was like, I don't want to drink today, bro.
Do you guys normally drink?
I don't drink. Sometimes on a special occasion, like when they got married, we kind of got a little buzzed out. I'm not gonna lie, but because of my medication, I don't drink.
What about him? Does he drink a lot?
He drinks every night.
How much do you see? From what you can see.
I've seen them drink 2/5 of Crown Royal.
Who's they?
Him and my mom.
Oh, between each other?
Mm-hmm. He drinks a 1/5 of vodka pretty much every night, or a 12-pack of beer every day. I've never seen him go a day without drinking.
So you went to sleep at about 8:30, and then what?
I woke up when the officer knocked on my bedroom door.
And what happened?
He just was like, "It's Elizabeth?" And she was like, "Yeah. Well, Robert died last night." And then I woke up and I was like, "What?" Peed. And then went and started talking to my mom.
What'd you think when they told you the news?
Well, I thought, at first, because we were working on the trailer, because we have a shed in our backyard that was like coming down, like, so we were taking it apart, and there was a bunch of insulation in there, and he has lung problems. So I thought when we were at the dumping all the insulation out, I thought like maybe it got in his lungs and he died, but I didn't know until my mom, we were on the way up here, that I wasn't there, so I can't say what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like a self-inflicted wound.
What do you mean?
From what I've been told, and I don't know if it's, I don't know, because I'm just being told what people saw and stuff. He stabbed himself, but I wasn't there. I didn't see it, so I can't be like, yeah, this is what I saw, detective, and this is what happened. I was asleep.
And that's good, because I want you to tell me what you know and what you saw. So that's good. I'm glad. It's obvious that you understand that you're here trying to tell me the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. I'm glad you said that. Okay, so
I don't know what happened when I went to bed, if like they started arguing. I'm not saying my mom's guilty, don't think I am, but of course, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't think she did it, when I don't know what happened. I was asleep or taking care of my kids.
Okay.
One of the two.
How are things between your mom and Robert?
They've always been really good, like every time, like even if I'd start getting frustrated with my mom about something, Robert would come and defend her, and he'd be like, she's my wife, so like I have to do what she wants, and they were always really cool. Like the only time they ever got kind of frustrated was Thanksgiving, because they were both trying to cook at the same time, and my mom was like, if you keep owning the kitchen, we're gonna fight by the end of the day. But it was just joking, you know what I mean? Because he was tall, like 6'4", and my mom's 4'11", and he was autistic, so he didn't realize how much space he takes up. So she'd be like, "Oh, quit pumping in," you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was the only time I've ever seen her get kind of frustrated with him. And there was one time where he got like super drunk, and then like he wanted to go out and drink more, and my mom was like, no, and like stood by where they keep the alcohol and was like, you're not coming over here. But I didn't even think about it. I never heard them fight. I never even had to like, I think they're fighting, or none of that really ever happened.
What about like issues as far as like infidelity, maybe money?
Well, my mom, she's stressed out because she's the only one working because of the stuff.
What's she doing?
She's a teacher.
Okay.
And third. Okay. And I know he gets his unemployment because of, but the only money issues that came up was because we moved up, and like diapers and stuff like that. But it wasn't really to where it was like, till they were stressed out, not sleeping about it, nothing like that. And I don't think there was really infidelity, because they never were away from each other. They were always around each other. So You know, I mean, he'd talk about his ex-wife, but the only thing he'd say was, oh, she still has some of my stuff, and I hope she sends it soon. I mean, other than that, they wouldn't really, no.
All the information began pointing toward a single individual as the possible person of interest. Heather's name continued to surface throughout the investigation, and suspicions grew stronger when her own son mentioned something that had already caught the detective's attention.
Anything physical as far as like or anything like that?
No, they're really. I know that because me and my mom got that kind of relationship. Because she was saying like, when they search my house, they're gonna find some stuff. I was like, oh, mama. She's like, oh, I'm a Toys R Us kid. I'm like, oh, okay. But I knew they were really. But I didn't think they were abusive or anything like that.
Okay. What about Robert and your girl?
They were always cool. My girlfriend's really quiet, and she just really does her own thing. So, you know.
Okay. Was there anything out of the ordinary in the last week or two?
No.
Has he ever made comments of like himself or anything like that?
Well, when he said when he was younger, he was really emotional and really sad and stuff. And then when he found out he was autistic, he started taking medication and everything started going good. You know, but I didn't think he was emotional. He like was obsessed with my daughter.
So let me ask you a different way. Is there anything that made you feel like he was a threat to himself?
I think sometimes he would overthink things because he never had kids of his own, so he'd freak out about how to talk to like how to talk to me or like how to be a grandpa. I think some of that stuff with him a little bit, but I don't think it would get him to the point where he'd want to hurt himself, bro.
So he's never made comments to you about him wanting to hurt himself recently, and you didn't see anything unusual in the last couple of days?
No. Okay. But I've also, for the last week, I've been busy with my daughter. Or we went to the dump, and then my friend's mom called me yesterday and needed some help moving some stuff, so.
So do you pay rent?
No.
So rent free?
Yeah. Well, I pay for food and stuff, because I got food stamps.
Okay.
So I pay for food.
What did your mom tell you?
My mom said that he got stabbed. Or he stabbed himself, something like that. But I don't know.
How many times?
I don't know. All I know is that there was something happening with this.
I'm asking, like, how many times, like, did she tell you?
Once.
Oh, okay. She said that he got stabbed once?
Oh, how many times did he get stabbed, or how many times did she tell me what happened?
So, like, she told you he got stabbed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or he stabbed himself, or which one was it?
She said he stabbed himself.
Okay. Did she say how many times?
Mm-mm.
Did she tell you what she did?
What my mom did?
Yeah, like when she found out he stabbed himself?
She said she tried to clean him up and stuff.
Did she say why?
When?
Did she say why she cleaned him up?
And I know that he pissed the bed last night. I know that happened because my mom was talking about it.
What do you mean?
Because he wanted her to go to bed, and then she noticed that he pissed the bed. So she was like, I'm not going to go and lay down with you when you just pissed the bed.
What time did that happen?
I don't know. She was telling me that all the way over here.
Oh, okay. Was there anything else that she said?
Not that I can think of right now.
Not that you can think of right now? You don't remember everything she told you on the way down here?
She was just kind of sad and going through, like, I don't know what happened, and then, you know, she explained that, like, yeah, there was blood, so she tried to clean it up.
So,
And then,
so here's the thing, man. Like, I don't know, and I need your help to know. So, if you could, like, just kind of whatever you remember her saying, if you could just recite it for me, so that way we can help each other.
okay, so we were on the way over here. She's like, I don't know what happened. He had some puncture wounds, and they found a knife, and he pissed himself. And that's all I really remember.
They found a knife?
They found the knife in, like, the butcher block. So she told me.
What else did she say after that?
That she doesn't know what to do. She can't handle, like, she doesn't know what to do right now, and she's really sad.
She can't handle what?
She doesn't know what to do. Her husband just died, and she's sad. Doesn't know what to do. But I can't see inside her head, so.
Right. So, in my experience, when like somebody tells me something, like a family member, like, oh, I just experienced this and that, like I kind of be like, well, what do you mean you experienced? What did you experience? And then they tell me, I'd be like, wait, how did that happen? Explain it to me, like describe it to me. And some people will be like general, like, yeah, well, I saw this, or I did this, and this is what happened, and this is why I did what I did, and blah, blah, blah. So that's why I'm asking you those questions. It doesn't mean that you're in trouble or that you're lying to me. I just need better clarification, because here's the thing, I gotta write a detailed report, okay? And I just want to make sure that questions that I can think of that are gonna be asked of me, that I ask them right now, because I would really hate to call you tomorrow or 3 days from now, especially because tomorrow you said you're going to go checked out for a vasectomy, then you got to go to your kid's doctor's appointment, so that way, because your daughter's been losing weight lately, and then you got another appointment for your disability and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got so much going on tomorrow that I would really hate to just interrupt that with this incident that occurred, you know, this tragedy. So that's why I kind of see it in your face a little bit, where you're kind of like, I'm not coming at you, man, and I'm not telling you to look inside your mom's head. I just need you to describe and explain to me, like, what was said and what was done, stuff like that you saw, that you observed, that you heard. So.
Okay, so I remember when his mom came by the house for a little bit, and then she was asking Robert's mom, Grandma Betty, was asking if, like, he was feeling sad or anything. I remember them asking, like, if he was feeling emotional or anything like that. And then that's when she was like, well, he felt like that when he was younger, and, like, not too long ago before he found out he was autistic, you know? And then they asked if he was drinking, because he shouldn't be drinking, you know, just with his autism. And then I remember going to drop off the kids at her auntie's house, and my mom was just broken. Like, I don't know what to do. She said she feels guilty. That's what she said. She feels guilty.
What did you ask her when she said that?
She just said it out of the blue.
Why did she feel guilty?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't ask her why she felt guilty?
I did, and I was like, well, Mom, like, I was like, if you feel guilty, bro, then just tell him you feel guilty. You know, it's not like she did anything. But, yeah, that's what she said. She said that while we were in that room, all three of us together. I kind of got in an argument with her the other day because in the hospital they give you this, like, gift basket thing.
Oh, yeah, with diapers and baby wipes, like that.
Yeah, and then they had, like, this fruit basket, and it had, like, a sparkling cider in it. And then I didn't know that they used it for Thanksgiving. And I was like, Mom, we were supposed to save that for when Rosie's a year old. She just barely woke up, didn't have no coffee. And then she thought I was mad. And I was like, Mom, I'm not mad. You just should have asked, bro. And then that was the last, you know. But other than that, we don't really argue.
How did she get? Because you're saying, like, she didn't have her coffee or anything like that. She had just woke up. Like, how did she get?
You can't even look at her.
How?
You can't even look at her. You can't even say, hey, morning, Mom. you know? Can't be like, oh, Mom, so I watched this video yesterday of this. I don't care. You know? She gets really stern and really like, yeah, she just wants to be left alone.
And what happens if you keep poking the bear?
I get yelled at.
Did she ever hit you or anything like that?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
Recently, as a 30-year-old? Yeah. She's pretty feisty woman for her small height, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Let's just say when I was a kid and they were like, I would get in trouble in school. Who are you calling, your dad or your mom? Call my dad every single time.
Usually it's the other way around. Let me call my mom.
Yeah, because the other day we got, because Robert would be like, you know, we're going to do this as a family. And then it wouldn't happen. And I'd be like, come on, bro, don't be telling my son you're going to do something with him and not do it. And then my mom got mad at me, and I was like, well, you guys stopped the whole world to go to his mom's house, but you guys can't take an hour to hang out with my son. And she got mad, and then, like, she hit me.
How? Oh, I'm close fist. How long ago was this?
2 weeks ago.
Okay. She ever hit you with anything else in her hand?
As an adult, no.
So, as an adult, like, since you moved back, she has gotten physical with you?
Just one time, but then...
Has Robert ever complained about that?
Complained about her being physical? No. He's complained about her habits.
Is it too much for him?
Yeah. Because sometimes my mom's been, since she's been 17, she's had kids. You know what I mean? So she's been in control of everything. So she likes to be the one being controlled, and he's like, no, you know? So he's talked to me about that, but...
Anything crazy?
No.
Where, like, they hurt each other or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't think that they hurt each other. Like, I know they get tied up. That.
You stuttered a little bit about it, so I was like, I thought you were going to say something.
No. But not anything different than a normal BDSM type of person, you know?
So is that what they do, BDSM stuff?
I think so.
Tie each other up?
Yeah. I think my mom's usually the one being tied up, but that's just from what
she says.
Yeah.
Or he says.
She said it. Because he doesn't, I mean, even she said that he doesn't like it too much because he feels like he's raping her or something. And it's like, well, it's not like that, bro.
Okay. Cool. Is there anything that you think I should know about or anything you want to tell me?
About who?
Just about everything from last night to this morning to the car drive here that you found unusual.
I think what I found extremely unusual was...
Because you're a smart dude.
Okay. This is what got me hella confused. Okay? If I was you, I'd be like, what the f-? You know? Why would you clean them up? Why the f*** would you do that? You know? Just leave everything there. You know what I mean? Leave it how it is. I mean, that's one thing I think is kind of a little, no, why would you clean them up? Just leave all the evidence there where it should be. You know? That's what I think is
maybe a little sketched out on your mom right now. This is a stay between us. I mean, just be honest with us. You know,
honestly, I don't know. I don't think he stabbed himself. I think that's retarded. You know, but honestly, I don't know what happened because they were both pretty drunk last night. Because I know when my mom gets really drunk, she's like, "I love you, son. Oh, I love you so much." And I'm like, all right. I'm like, all right, Mom, like, you're feeling it. You're feeling it. And then, because I was outside smoking, because I don't smoke around my kids at all.
Good for you.
Anything. Because I do smoke, you know what I mean? But Monday, I'm giving the money to my doctor to get my medical card. So I'm going to be straight up honest with you there. Like, I do smoke. So, like, I was outside smoking a bowl. And then, like, yesterday when we were at the dump, I got stuff in my eyes, like dirt. And I'm like, my eyes were hurting. So when I was in the shower, I put eye drops in my eyes to flush them out. And then he came out, and he just looked at me like this. I got eye drops. Do you need them? No, Pop, I already cleaned my eyes out. You know, I don't need them. And then like I knew he was drunk then because he doesn't come outside when I'm smoking.
And what was he wearing when he came outside? Okay, that's fine.
I don't pay attention to what people wear, honestly.
Like I said, I didn't hear anything.
And he's all like, why does she feel guilty? Why? He's like, here's another question I have to ask you. Who cleaned up the body? I was like, my mom said she cleaned him up. Like, why would you do that? You know?
I have no clue.
He's all like, I could tell they were both drinking last night. He's all like, I know they were drinking. And then he's all like, did you see him drinking? I was like, well, I know when my mom gets really drunk. Oh, I love you, son. I love you. Love you so much, Tyler. You know what I mean? And then how Robert gets when he's drunk with his whole eyes and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, dude, in my ball sack. You know, like, I think you did it, dude. I'm not trying to accuse her, but nothing else would do. Would stab himself right here. You know, why would you clean it? Why are the neighbors saying you guys, they were fighting? You know, why is all of that happening?
Yeah, they asked us if, because like I remember it had gone after you yesterday about going in and out constantly. And I thought that's what they meant, but because they said the neighbors heard us or heard something, a man like people arguing. And like almost like 5 when we got home. And they were like, no, this was like super early this morning. Like, it's like, I don't know, I didn't hear anything.
She's acting really weird about it too. Why would you say you feel guilty, dude? If you didn't do anything, you shouldn't even have that feeling. I was honest with him. I can't say what happened after I went to sleep, bro. I know they were drinking. I know they were drinking hard.
They asked me if they were drinking. I was like, I know, 'cause I didn't see Robert grab anything, but that doesn't mean they wasn't drinking.
He drinks every night. I even told him that since I've been up here, I have not seen him not drink one time. I just want my kids, dude. This whole bullshit. I'm about to turn away from my kids, man. This is the longest I've been away from my daughter.
Stop. There's nothing we can do right now.
I know there's nothing we can do, but it's still like...
Trust me, I know. I feel like I'm about to explode.
So far, officers didn't have any information that would point at a potential fight that may have led to Robert ending up in a pool of his own blood. That would change when one of the neighbors would call the police station with information that would finally fill a massive gap.
So one of the officers said that you might have heard something last night. Can you tell me about what it was?
Well, I'm not too entirely sure. It was like, I think around 4 or 3 maybe, early in the morning at some time. I didn't look at the clock or anything, but I heard yelling. But usually when I hear that, I think it's the people on the other side of that house. Like, because there's people that in the middle of the night that like walk through here. They like, I guess it's like they take it as a shortcut or whatever. I don't know. It's like random people that come through here, so I don't even know.
Okay.
But actually, that's what I thought. I thought screaming was on the other side of the house. People coming through that gate on the side. Like, it's a one-way in, you know, and like some people just go right through this other gate. So
Okay.
I don't know what goes on over there.
Okay. And can you explain? Can you and explain that to me? Like, what kind of yelling? What is it? Like, was going on?
Well, it didn't sound like a violent yelling. It just seemed like it was yelling like someone enjoying their time or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry you guys just missed me. I went to go get something to eat, and I gotta go run around and do a few things.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. That's no problem. Do you know? Did it sound like a male's voice or a female's voice or both on the yelling?
Probably both.
Okay.
But I want to know for sure though. I want to say that I heard yelling, like in a bad way.
Okay. And why do you,
There's never usually loud yelling over here.
there's usually not a lot of yelling over there? That's not normal?
Yeah, pretty much, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, there's normal people that come through here all the time. And
Uh-huh.
I don't know what goes on the other side of that house. So
Okay.
it looks like homeless people that walk through here. It looks like.
Okay. All right. And why do you think it sounded like they were enjoying themselves?
Because you would probably hear like loud banging and stuff, and I probably would have woke up most likely. I'm not a heavy sleeper, so
Yeah.
like if someone knocked on my door banging on it, I would wake up. So like.
Okay.
Yeah, and plus my window was open too at the time, so I could hear it. So all I could say is I heard yelling. That's what it sounded like.
Okay.
But you didn't hear no banging, no nothing.
Okay. But nothing, there's nothing in there that you could say that they were either enjoying themselves or not enjoying themselves. Like you weren't sure if it was a fight or if it was just somebody enjoying themselves.
Despite talking to every single individual who could possibly know anything about the night's events, officers still couldn't make sense of the timeline inconsistencies. There was only one person who could explain what really happened that night.
Trying to figure out when you guys were all done in the office, like when you guys were ready for bed, did you guys leave together? Leave the office together? Did he leave before you to go to bed?
We left the office together, and I got him in bed, and I went downstairs and messed around on my phone.
Okay, so you walked him to the bedroom.
Yes.
Okay. All right. He initially complained of some chest pain.
I didn't see anything.
You weren't concerned about that because he had some other pain or something like that he complains of sometimes?
Yeah. Well, like I told you, we were at the dump, and we had like a lot of insulation and stuff. And you're chucking it, and I don't know if it was like he breathed it in or so, and he often complains about pain. Big old man, and everything was always hurting. His feet, his elbows, his head, his he had a lot of pain.
Okay. Okay, so then when you did find him in the bedroom, when you went back in later and noticed he had some injuries and that he had wet the bed, where was he laying in the bed? Was he laying to do you guys have a certain side of the bed that you lay on?
His side is right, this side by the door.
This is the closest to the door? Okay, was he laying in there? How was he laying on there?
On his side?
Laying on his side, left side or right side?
The right side.
So he's lying on his right side. Is he right-handed?
Yes.
And how did you notice that he had wet the bed? I guess is my question. Were the covers off of him, or you put your hand in it? Okay. Were you getting ready to, how did that happen? Because were you going to go
to bed.
You were going to go and get in bed? Okay, so you went to go climb over him, or what? Explain.
Yeah.
Okay. You felt something wet in the bed, and then... So then, did you notice he wet the bed first, or was he bleeding first? What did you notice first?
That's me buzzing, sorry. The bleeding.
You noticed he was bleeding first?
I'm trying to think back. Sorry. It's all just a cluster mess in my head.
So explain to me, you said you cleaned him up?
Yeah. Well, I remember I took his shirt off.
Uh-huh.
And I cleaned. They didn't,
What was he saying at this point when you cleaned him up?
He just wasn't saying anything.
Uh-huh. But he was awake?
More or less.
What do you mean, more or less?
Was he completely coherent? No. If that's what you're asking.
Okay. Were you concerned about that?
Well, he was asleep.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And
And you said when you cleaned up his wounds, it kind of looked like the blood kind of was oozing, but not squirting out.
Right. It didn't. I mean, they didn't look. He didn't look like threatening.
Okay.
I'm sorry. They didn't look that. And I know I'm not a medical professional, and I know I failed, and I should have called.
So aside from taking his shirt off, did you change any other clothing or anything like that?
No.
And at that point, did you move him onto his back or anything, or is he still on his side? I mean, explain to me what happened there.
I had to move him on his back so I could clean it, right?
Okay, and then at some point you went back to the bedroom. Now, what was the purpose of going to the bedroom at that point? Were you going to go to sleep in the bed, or what was the plan?
I had to pee.
You had to pee. Okay, so you were going in there to use the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what happened then?
And that's when I saw the blood.
And was he awake or sleeping when you saw the blood?
He was awake because it's like it hurt. Again, he said that's when he said it hurt again. And I took his shirt off, which you guys have, the shirt and the jacket, and I cleaned him up. And I'm like, what did you do? What did you do?
Uh-huh. And what did he say?
He used the steak knife.
He said that?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you were to do your best to quote what he said to you, what exactly did he say to you at that point? He's saying it hurts, and you said, what did you do?
Yeah.
And then what did he say?
And that's when I saw the blood.
Okay.
And he goes like this. I said, what did you do? What did you do? And he, does the whole gesture.
Uh-huh.
And when, where, what? And that's when he said he used the steak knife.
Okay.
Slowly, investigators began ruling out other possible explanations, narrowing their focus toward what may have actually led to Robert's sudden. During questioning, Heather's son told detectives that the couple was involved in BDSM and bondage-related activity. Because of this, officers had to consider whether Robert's injuries could have resulted from an encounter that went wrong. However, when Heather was asked about this possibility, her response directly contradicted what her son had told investigators. The conflicting accounts raised further suspicion among detectives. If the couple had indeed engaged in that kind of activity, investigators questioned why Heather would deny it. The discrepancy between the two statements only deepened concerns that important details about the events leading up to Robert's death were being withheld.
Did you see the blood first, or did you hear him say, it hurts again?
I heard him say it hurts again.
And then you saw the blood?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's when you asked, okay, what did you do? He gestured like he stabbed himself, and you said when, what, or why, and he just said a steak knife. And then earlier you had mentioned that you had left the room again. So earlier when I talked to you, you said sometime between 12 and 2 that's when you saw the blood, and you saw that he cut himself. He didn't say why at that point.
No.
And then I have in my notes that you said that you, around 3 a.m., you came back in and kind of took his shirt off and noticed you'd wet the bed and cleaned him up a little bit. So did that happen on separate, or does that happen at the same?
That's the same.
That's all in the same
That's all
time.
in the same time frame. Sorry.
Okay. So.
It's all.
Okay. So we would move that time frame sometime between 12 and 3 a.m. that all this was happening. Okay. So you'd fallen asleep, you went to use the restroom sometime between 12 and 3 a.m. You see all this. You ask him what happens. He says, steak knife. He didn't say why. You clean him up. And again, you told me you used a washcloth. Where is that washcloth now?
It was in the bathroom.
Okay, in the bathroom. Okay. And what did you do with his shirt?
I took it off and I kept it, and you guys found it.
Okay, so you took his shirt off. It would have still been in the bed somewhere, or where was it at when you took it off? Do you remember where you placed it?
I kept it so it was between the dresser and the tub of clothes.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
so I
so
just
somewhere
kind of,
over by the dresser,
you're in a
pulled it
hurry,
off
just-
and kind of threw it over. Okay. and you noticed he wet the bed. Earlier too, you said that the injuries looked superficial. It didn't look like deep or anything like that.
When I saw them, they didn't.
Okay.
I know I'm not a medical professional.
Yeah. Okay. Were they bleeding? And I know this is hard, but I gotta ask the hard questions. How bad were they bleeding when you saw them?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
When you mean not bad, was there just a little bit of blood coming out, or were they bleeding at all, or?
Just a little bit of blood. Like when you like when you wash dishes and you cut yourself.
Okay, so it's just kind of.
That's how it looks.
Just kind of oozing out a little bit, or just kind of slowly coming out, but not squirting. Yeah.
No,
Okay. Nothing like that. Okay. So he was bleeding. Okay.
And you guys saw the blood on the bed.
Yeah.
There's
not a lot of blood on the bed.
There's not a lot of blood.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you guys discuss like getting any medical attention at that point, or what did he say about any of it?
He didn't say anything. That's the thing, is he really didn't say anything.
Okay. And you didn't like question him further, like, why are you doing this? Why did you cut yourself? Type of thing. Okay.
I didn't.
But he did say it hurt. He was saying earlier that it hurt. It hurt. Okay.
I didn't ask a lot of questions. I didn't,
Okay. When do you think this happened? When do you think that the lacerations occurred? When do you think?
It had to be before he went to bed around 11 or midnight.
So sometime like after pie and sometime before bed?
Yeah.
Okay. But to be clear, you didn't see him do this?
I didn't see him do it.
Okay. Okay. And the others were asleep.
Yeah, the kids were asleep.
Now I know you said that they gave you Sebastian around 7:30.
Which is normal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our routine.
Yeah. And earlier you said they went to bed, so Tyler and Lizzie and the little ones would have all laid down somewhere. You said earlier around 8:30. Is that correct?
About that time.
Around somewhere around there. These are all approximate times, they're not exact.
Because Tyler, they have like, like I said, our routine. And I know I need to wear this, but
No, it's okay. You can pull that off if you need to. I have to wear it, but if you feel more comfortable with it off, I'm okay with that.
I can't tell if I want to throw up.
Well, if you need to,
Which is why that's
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so because that's like our routine, I spend time with we spend time with the littles in the evening so that they can have adult time without the kids.
Yeah.
That's because that's important.
Yeah.
And so, Tyler has to take meds, because of his head injury and stuff.
Yeah.
And they knock him out. They make him go to sleep. So.
And so now this is the part that I also need some help with. So when you found him, again, these are difficult. I understand that they are, so take your time if you need to. How did you find him when you went in there at 5?
He was face down.
Okay.
He was, the school laptop that was in there.
Uh-huh.
He was his face down on there.
So his face was on that. Okay.
Yeah, and he was on the ground, of course, and he was cold. And at first, I didn't think much about the cold because when I go to sleep, my body temperature rises.
Yeah.
He hibernates.
So he likes to be cold. He likes to be in the cold.
He gets cold
Okay.
when he goes to sleep.
Okay.
And so I rolled him over.
Uh-huh.
And
take your time. Here's some.
he had puke.
Okay.
And because his eyes. I called 911.
Okay.
But I had to roll him over. Just, It's just that he was cold.
Yeah. So at 5, I'm just going to reiterate, you went to go check on him. You woke up around 5, went to go inside. You see him on the floor. Was his body blocking the entrance to get in? Were you able to get in?
I was able to get in.
Like the door opened far enough that you could get in?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that way because he was that close because I rolled him over.
So when you rolled him towards the door, is that right? Or
Yeah, because it's, here's the bed.
Uh-huh.
And he was like,
Okay, so he was
literally
lying
like,
next to the bed. Okay.
There was no other.
So you rolled him towards the door. Okay. And you noticed he was cold. Did you notice any blood at that point?
In his injuries?
Mm-hmm. Or anywhere else? No? Okay. So my concern, ma'am, obviously is this is not normal.
I know.
Even for us, this is a little strange. If that's what we're calling it. If we're calling it, it's strange. And things don't add up and I'll tell you why they're not adding up to me, okay? Because he was happy, according to you. You guys were happy. There were no signs of any unhappiness or any ideations or anything like that. He didn't mention to anybody. From all accounts, everybody thought that he's pretty happy.
Yes.
And even if he was hiding something from you, you guys said that, the conversation you had earlier in the evening is that you found your person, you found that special someone in your life. And he even said that, right? He said that to you. Okay? So obviously you meant a lot to him. I don't, we do a lot of these investigations and some of them are suicides, and when somebody means a lot to somebody else, often they'll leave a note. Okay? We're not seeing one, we don't see a note, we don't see any reason why he would do this.
I know,
So that doesn't make a lot of sense to us, okay? And then the way it happened doesn't make a lot of sense either. Okay? He has stab wounds to his upper chest area. So that's strange to us. We don't know where the weapon is that was used.
One of the guys found it.
How do you know that's it, though?
Oh, well, I don't know. I thought that's what he said.
Okay.
So.
I mean, you said steak knife because he told you steak knife. Okay. So I don't want to jump to any
Right.
conclusions here, but we don't know. And why if he did that to himself, would he hide it or put it away somewhere? That just doesn't make sense. Right? Okay, so there's all these things.
I know. How do you think I feel?
And then on top of that, you check in on him, and he's obviously has something wrong with him. He's not completely coherent. Of course, that could be chalked up to some of the drinking, but that could also be chalked up to he has a major injury. And nothing's done. We don't know. Nobody calls an ambulance. Nobody follows up and says there should be something. Even if, at the very least, ma'am, you got to look at this.
I understand. I know. I failed. I fucking failed.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that anybody failed. I'm just saying that.
It looks messed up.
Yeah, he.
I understand. Please know I understand.
Even if these injuries, and we don't know the extent of these injuries. Maybe these injuries are superficial. I don't know. But even if those injuries are superficial, at the very least, it's a cry for help if he did this to himself, right? And as a teacher, one of the things you're taught to look for is, like, even with students that are crying out for help and stuff like that, they should, you know what I mean?
I know.
That's a warning sign. So I have some major concerns with that. I have some major concerns that you cleaned him up and took that shirt off and cleaned him up, then leave him that time again too. That would have been the perfect time to call someone.
I know. Yeah, I told you. I know.
Okay. So that's some of the biggest concerns is that his body's been manipulated in some form or way. The weapon that was used in this has been manipulated in some sort of way. I don't think you're a bad person. Okay? I can tell in your eyes that you're
But you think I did?
a good person. But things are not adding up. I think you have more to tell me,
I
right?
don't have anything else to say. I have nothing left. I've told you all I have. I have nothing left. Nothing.
Okay. One of the things we have a responsibility, not just to you and to your husband, to make sure that we do this correctly, but we have an obligation to his family too.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And honestly, I just want to know. I want to know what happened to him.
I do too.
I think you do know. Honestly, I think you know what
I
happened.
didn't do this.
And if you do know what happened, let's just hear me out. I think you know what happened, and
I did not do this. I did not see this happen. I did not do this. I'm not a bad person. I'm not.
I mean, it doesn't make sense.
He's 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
How would I be able to hurt him like that?
I don't know, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Everything I've seen, it's from what I'm seeing, I don't think this is self-inflicted.
You think I did this?
I have not. I haven't come out and said that to you.
Okay.
But if he didn't do it to himself, somebody did. And there's not very many people in that house that
Right.
would be capable of doing this.
Right.
Or would have reason to.
Right.
Okay? So that's what I'm trying to understand. You all said that you didn't have any. Well, let me back up again. When you called the police, when you found him, when he was unresponsive, right before calling the police, when he was on the floor, did you? What did you do? I mean, were you hysterical? Did you scream, cry? What happened?
I rolled him over.
Uh-huh.
I rolled him over
Yeah.
because, like I told you, I thought he was cold. I thought it was cold.
Okay. I know, but did you?
No, excuse me.
It's okay. There's something I haven't told you. Okay, I'm going to tell you now. But we spoke to some of your neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
They actually heard yelling. They heard a male and a female's voice yelling from your house early in the morning. How do you explain that?
I don't remember yelling.
Okay, but you all said that you never argue.
We don't argue.
Okay, so who was yelling last night?
I don't know.
Because if Tyler and Lizzie went to bed at 8:30, 9:30
But if we were
o'clock,
yelling, they would have heard it. Tyler and Lizzie would have heard it.
Tyler says he sleeps like the when he's in there.
And Lizzie would have heard it. If we were yelling, they would have heard it.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you what we have. There's somebody not involved in your household that is a witness to something that occurred last night, and they heard yelling. And it was early in the morning. We're not talking about when everybody was awake. We're talking about when possibly only you and your husband could have been awake. Okay? And you don't have an explanation for that.
No, I don't remember yelling at him. I don't remember us fighting.
Okay. Is there a possibility that you guys was? And this is time to be honest. Is there any reason why you guys would have been fighting last night?
No, no,
Okay. Was there something that he did
no,
that you haven't told us
nothing.
that he used to do to you or would do to you that you
Nothing.
didn't like?
Nothing. Nothing. I walked in on him watching once.
What kind was he looking at?
Meaning?
I mean, was it like? Are we talking like
He
something?
likes to watch BJ's. It's so gross.
Okay, but it's not something that was illegal or
No,
something that
no.
you shouldn't have been watching.
No.
Okay, how did that make you feel when you walked in on him? And when did this happen?
Back in June.
In June. Okay, so
Well-
before you guys were married.
Right, right. Well, it pissed me off, of course. It pissed me off because I was like, really? Really? And so, so we started watching some together.
Okay.
Just nothing awkward or weird.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you catch him back in June looking at. This was unknown. You didn't know about any of this before that.
Mm-mm.
Kind of pissed you off, but then you guys agreed to start watching
Occasionally, yeah.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But that was never an issue later on.
No.
Was there any? Was there something else that upset you about that? Was there some other fetish or something that he had that you didn't want? Okay. See, I mean from what you're telling me, that doesn't sound like an issue, as far as what you're saying.
Yeah. Did I get pissed off then? Absolutely.
I guess I'm a little concerned with the part where you cleaned him up. If you didn't have anything to do with his injuries, why are you cleaning him up?
Because I wanted to look at them. I wanted to see them.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. And so when you clean them up, according to your statement, you didn't think they were that bad, but there was still blood coming out of them.
Just like a little. It wasn't like blood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You guys saw the bed. There's not a lot of blood.
Yeah. His shirt had quite a bit of blood on it. The shirt that you pulled off of him, the t-shirt, not necessarily the outer shirt, the outer sweatshirt, but the t-shirt had quite a bit on it.
I just didn't get off. With the holes in the shirt?
I don't know about that. I didn't get it. We haven't really looked at all that. That's part of the reason why we're looking for a search warrant, but
I still haven't got the search warrant.
yeah, I'm not sure where they are on that.
Instead of providing clarity, Heather's statements only caused the investigation to stall further. Even when detectives attempted to set aside the inconsistencies in her account, another question continued to trouble them. Why didn't she call 911 immediately after discovering the wounds? Heather claimed the injuries appeared superficial, but when those wounds were considered alongside Robert's earlier complaints of chest pain, investigators found it difficult to understand why she chose not to seek help right away. For someone who said she was worried about her husband, the delay raised serious concerns.
So we have your husband. He has at least 3, maybe 4 stab wounds. Okay. He's more than likely going to be sent for autopsy. Okay. Some things they do in autopsy is they do a number of different tests and stuff like that. Toxicology, stuff like that. So they'll be able to corroborate a lot of what you're saying as far as like, was he drinking? Did he have anything else in his system? How did he die? Was it from his injuries? Was it from something else? Some of the things they investigate too is, trajectory of the wound. Can that be self-inflicted or otherwise? They can make a lot of these determinations. Okay. Is there anything that they're going to find in autopsy that's going to contradict what you're telling me today? No, there shouldn't be. Okay. Was there? I know we've been through this, but he didn't mention anything about anything like was. But I know that you guys are upset, and this is a very trying
Right.
time for you guys. And sometimes people do things that they wouldn't normally do. So oftentimes people they'll leave a note sometimes, We're not seeing a note. Was there a note that you might have moved or anything like that?
Nothing. I
You
didn't see anything. No.
Okay. Okay. So from what you're telling me, he's complaining of chest pain prior to going to bed. Okay, as you guys are moving from the office to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you didn't see anything. He didn't make any mention to you.
No.
But so that's telling me that something happened before he went to bed. This all would have had to have happened before he went to bed. If what you're telling me is true. Otherwise, there might be something else that we find out later that might be different. But from your statement alone, you're saying that it's pointing towards something happened probably in that office.
Probably.
Okay.
But like I didn't see anything. I don't know when he did this. I see nothing. I did not see him do this.
Okay. So I'm a little concerned as well with why you first see his injuries and then don't do anything.
I didn't think they were that bad. I really don't. They didn't look deep.
Okay, but he's complaining that he's hurting prior to bed.
I didn't see him when he went to bed. That's the thing.
And but
you know what I mean? I did not see him.
Right, you didn't see the injuries before bed, but you hear him.
Or anything.
Yeah, but you heard him complain. He said his chest hurt.
But he gets like that when he gets his migraines.
Right.
And,
So that's understood. But then when you went in the next time, and you find out that he had stabbed himself, or according to him, he said he stabbed himself.
But I thought it was just like a cut. Because I think in his past he was a cutter.
Okay. So there's these injuries. And he says according to you, he says they're self-inflicted. In any case, that's cause for concern. Okay, right. I would kind of liken it. I'm married. I also have kids. If any one of my family, if I found that they stabbed themselves, if they said they stabbed themselves with a steak knife, I would be concerned. I would because I would be concerned that they might have some injuries, okay? And even if they're superficial, my next concern would be, I don't want to leave them so that they can potentially harm themselves again or more. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That doesn't make sense to me.
I know.
So how do you explain that?
Honestly, I didn't think they were that bad. I didn't realize that they were as bad as they were. I didn't realize it.
Okay.
I didn't.
Well,
and
what about the discussion after he said he stabbed himself with the steak knife? What then? I mean, what happened?
I didn't see any steak knife missing. That's the thing.
But obviously he cut himself with something. What was? You didn't any further say, why are you doing this?
I didn't.
Let's get you some help.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I failed. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Is there a possibility that Tyler could be involved in this at all?
Absolutely not.
Okay, because you said you didn't see him actually stab himself.
I didn't see him.
Okay.
I did not see it happen.
I mean, Tyler's room's not far from that office.
Right. No, there's not a way in hell to have him do anything.
Okay. I know that just from previous experience, we even had an officer a while back that was on like some sleep medication. And he did some crazy stuff when he was on that sleep medication. There's no possible way that Tyler could have woke up in the middle of the night, even in a...
Nope.
Even...
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay. And the other issue I have with that is why is there not a knife missing? Do you know what I'm saying? If he did this to himself,
right?
Why would you put the knife back?
I don't know. See, that's the thing is I don't know. I know I didn't do this.
Okay.
I did not do this. I love him. Love him. We were talking about how much, like, we're our people. We finally found home.
Yeah.
Finally found home.
Wait, it doesn't make any sense.
I know. I don't know.
Whether Roberts secured from a encounter or not, officers did uncover material from Heather's phone, some of it involving her husband, but that wasn't enough to explain the stab wounds that resulted in Roberts. The case had gone cold. However, the officers didn't stop. 5 years from the night of the incident, officers finally reached some clarity, resulting in one crucial arrest on April 1st, 2025.
So I'm going to grab your stuff from you, okay? You have an arrest.
Put your hands behind your back, Heather.
What do I have a warrant for?
For homicide.
You have the right to remain silent. Any statements made by you may be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you for each charge. You have the right to consult an attorney.
Can I call my mom real quick?
Yeah, hold on. You have the right to consult.
Once we get up to the office.
So we're gonna head up to the police department right now, and I'm sure we can let you make some phone calls when you get up there. Okay? Do you guys have a key to lock these up? We're gonna have a marked patrol car. Is that what you're doing? Can we transport you?
So
you just have animals in the house?
You guys really had to arrest me right in front of the kids I work with.
Well,
come on, guys.
We waited until the school got out.
No, but I still have kids in the cafeteria.
Investigators didn't need more to make the arrest. Later review of Heather's phone revealed that she had lied about never fighting with her husband. Text messages between Robert and Heather show discussions about drinking, money, and tension in the household. More notably, detectives located 6 short video clips recorded on Heather's phone on October 23, 2020. In these clips, the couple can be heard arguing inside the home, with Robert repeatedly saying he wanted his belongings back while the exchange escalates with insults.
Green, my friend.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Do you have my bag or do they have my bag?
I think it's in the back of my car.
Okay, because I'm going to need it to make phone calls, right? Phone.
Yeah, no, yeah, you'll get that.
Yeah, because I don't have, you don't memorize phone numbers anymore.
We'll be in this first door on your right.
Give me just a minute and I'll be right with you, okay?
Go and have a seat.
You can take her out of hand.
Okay,
What is it?
2 seconds. Let me get you out of handcuffs.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, dear. You're just giving your throat.
Hold on. Here, put this hand on top of your head. Relax. I'm gonna go find out about you going to the bathroom.
I can sit?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not sitting there.
I'll sit in
The,
that one.
DNA.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Fernandez, you've been advised of your rights.
Correct.
Do you know why you're here?
Just no.
Okay. So the last time you and I talked was back in 2020. It has to do with your husband,
Yes.
Robert.
Yes.
Okay. So we've completed our investigation. It took some time because we had a lot to process. But our investigation, from what we have, we know what happened. Okay. And this is your opportunity to tell us the truth about what happened, okay? Because what you told me last time, none of the evidence that we processed matches with what you're telling us. So I know what happened to Robert. I just don't know why it happened to him. This is your time to tell me why.
I'm going to need an attorney.
Okay. All right. We'll get you up to the jail then.
Can I please use my phone real quick to call my boss and my mom?
Yeah, let me find out. Let me make sure that we're going to be able to do that. Otherwise, you'll be able to use it at your numbers and stuff at the jail. So.
Well, see, because like with my mom, she probably won't answer a number that she does not know.
Yeah.
You know how that
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
You know.
I'll be right back. Just hang out.
So I'm not going to be able to use my phone to call because I don't have.
Once we get you up to the jail, they'll let you do that.
Okay. But the thing is, like I told the detective, I'm going to need to use my phone to call my mom. But
Yeah,
she
they can.
won't.
They can let you do all that.
Okay. You know what I mean? You know how older people, it's like, I don't know the number. I'm not going to answer.
Yeah.
But if I call.
And it's not like you get one phone call. It's not like.
I know, but I've got to.
So, did you want to put your jacket on? It's up to you. I'm trying to make you cry.
I want to cry on the screen. I'm scared.
Yeah, it makes sense. And it's not my job to make that worse right now for you.
Oh, I know.
So I'm going to do my best not to.
Okay.
Ready?
No.
Relatively. Do you have shoulder issues?
No, just that.
Okay. That one.
Sorry, I should have taken them.
No, you're fine. I can make it work. Okay, you ready?
Not really.
Well, ready to get out of here at least?
I'm just saying, one knee hits the vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't know where
The
I'm going.
door with all the signs on it.
Right in front of us?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, do me a favor. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I got LASIK a few years back,
Yeah?
and I would still catch myself trying to push my glasses up when I wasn't wearing them.
But if they're not even there.
Mm-hmm. I'll switch your sides.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Run in, go to the right. Right in front of the boom.
You don't have any. No. The one, yeah. I know.
Yeah. Well.
Officers later speak with Robert's first wife, who reveals messages that confirm his mental health was far from okay.
trying to get a little background into Robert. I didn't even know that you guys were married. I knew about Mona, but I couldn't get a hold of Mona.
That's the only reason we even got divorced.
Was because he was planning
on marrying her, right?
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, yeah, we got married in '93.
Okay.
And then, he was in the military, and so I was here, and our relationship ceased, I guess.
Yeah.
And I ran into him once at the college, many years later, and then he had reached out a couple times throughout the years. I've been with my partner, boyfriend, whatever, for the last, really, since '94.
Oh, okay.
So he and I have been together forever.
Yeah.
And it just hadn't been an issue, really, to even get divorced, didn't even think about it. But then when he wanted to get remarried, yeah,
okay.
then he contacted me. But I didn't even know he had passed away.
Really?
So
When did you find out?
I found out when she was arrested.
Oh, really?
I worked at the jail for many years,
Okay.
and now I work at Senecor treatment and rehab. So it's the same people that go into jail all the time, and so I keep my eye on
the arrest page.
The arrest.
Yeah.
I don't go on Facebook. I don't do anything on Facebook. The only thing I ever do is go and keep an eye on that arrest page to see, have any of my newly sober clients ended up back in there? Who's in jail? Just keeping an eye on stuff.
Yeah.
And I saw her arrested, and clearly there were a lot of comments.
Yeah.
And so I went to the comments and was like, oh, what the heck's going on? I saw her charges. And was reading, and it kept saying, Miss Hernandez was a great teacher, Miss Hernandez, Miss Hernandez.
Yeah.
And then someone posted, Miss Hernandez Hofer was my son's teacher, and I was like, wait a second, is this like Bob's sister? Is this like I couldn't?
Who is this? Yeah.
He didn't come into my mind. I thought this has to be a family member, a cousin, something. And then when I went and looked at I went and found an article, and I was like, holy.
Yeah.
So that's when I found out.
Yeah.
Were you aware that there was no record of us being married? This came as a surprise to me. Good news, though. I'm not sure how this happened. Be well. And I said, how'd you find this out? I've not really looked into it. The record would be filed with Aztec. And then I just said, the case, blessings. He said, very sure. I dated a lawyer for a while earlier this year, and we are still friends. She checked me out and discovered this. It also came up as a discrepancy on my Social Security clearance investigation. Yeah, because he was working at Sandia.
Right.
I'm very glad that you responded. Sandy, how are you? And I didn't respond after that. And then, how are you? I just said yes. So I think right here is probably where we maybe got divorced. And then he had sent me, I noticed he had sent me some emails back at this time. I don't have those, but just trying to reach out.
Yeah.
You responded, thank you so much, Sandy. I have never stopped loving you. I never wanted anything bad for you. I love my wife. I love you and love your sons and want the best for them. I'm crying right now. If only ever wanted to be your friend. I would almost able to worship a God I do not believe in if we could correspond. So that it was weird. Like that,
Yeah.
that
Well, and he's an atheist, right? He was.
Right, 100%. Yeah. So he's like, I believe in a God that doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
If we can be friends. So it's like, okay. And then, I hope you are not tearful. Oh, this situation. I'm not upset said it all. I hold no grudges, no ill will towards you. Our marriage caused me a lot of emotional stress. I was in a stable apartment and slated to graduate college. I made a poor decision that placed me in financial distress and unable to care for my children. I could no longer attend school or get any financial assistance due to your increased income. Our marriage brought,
Just like what you were saying.
Yep, however, that was 25 years ago. After many years of struggling, I was able to get my life back on track. I hold no animosity towards you, and do wish you well. And he just said thank you. And then Mona and I will be moving to Tunisia soon. She's going to take over her uncle's medical practice. I think that I may train to be a nurse so that I can work with her. Maybe I understand she was a doctor, is what he told me. Yeah, even eventually a doctor. None of this would have been possible without your consent. Thank you. Then this is in 2017. It's September 2017. He does this weird. Says my best friend in high school just lied to me. He a Navajo for being a Navajo, and want to scream. Do you know Jeff Kennedy? I do not know Jeff Kennedy. He's a psychopath. He broke into Heights Junior High and destroyed things for no reason. He was a Navajo and told me about it. Oh my God. Sandy, I love you. I may have to hurt Jeff. I hope you are as good person then. Sounds like maybe he's intoxicated. Which kids, right? I know. My husband's like, who the f is Jeff? And did he murder someone? So he sends this in 2017, and he says, I saw the bloody club when he did it. I was very tired last night and had restless legs. Apparently that's why he had to send it. And could not fall asleep. I should not have confronted Jeff. It happened when I was on leave once before I met you. So he's talking about something. He's referencing back some. Not that murder's okay.
But he's talking about something in the 90s, probably.
Right. He's referencing something a long time ago. Jeff is a sociopath. Do not trust him. I don't know him. I have Asperger's. No. We all know that. And so, right. And sometimes I do not react well to lots of things. That is very true. And then I just said, if you have knowledge of a crime, you need to report it. You will sleep better knowing that you did. And then he says, there is absolutely no evidence. It would accomplish nothing. If I had done something immediately, maybe Jeff Kennedy is a manipulator and a liar. And it's not entirely his fault. His mother was kind of crazy. When Jeff hurt himself and was bleeding, he would come to my house because if he bled in his house, his mom would go back and abuse him, saying if he was dirty or muddy. So we always played in my yard. Then, okay, I don't respond to him. Then in 2019, he sends just this. I did not cut deep enough.
I'm making a mess.
So seeing this bothered me. And clearly,
that was in 2019, June of 2019.
Yes. Okay. If I had seen this, I would have reached out to him. I mean, this was bothersome to me.
So is that the last messages?
That's the last.
Interesting. Okay.
Time he reached out. Yeah, that was the last thing he said.
The autopsy revealed that Robert suffered 3 deep stab wounds to the chest, causing both lungs to collapse and blood to collect in his chest cavity and around the heart. He also had an abrasion on his forehead with underlying hemorrhage. The injuries were not consistent with a single accidental cut and indicated significant force. According to the detectives, the nature of the injuries was serious enough that they would have been difficult to miss for anyone who had seen or cleaned them. Heather was ultimately arrested and charged in connection with the homicide of her husband. This concludes the report from our investigation division at Twinscope Cops. All individuals involved remain presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Thank you for supporting verified and responsible case analysis. Your engagement helps us continue this work, and we invite you to share your thoughts respectfully in the comments.